Manoj Bajpayee gave you a 5 out of 10 as an actor.
Really?
Your friend, who you thought was your friend, Raj, gave you a 1 out of 10. How would you like to react to this, DK, as an actor?
Gaddars. That's what I would say.
Tell me about the styling. You're looking $1,000,000. I've only seen the one episode, but nobody can take their eyes off you. So talk about the fashion and the styling.
$1,000,000.
$1,000,000.
इतना भी नहीं था.
Manoj just gave you a wonderful compliment. He said, Jaideep Pahad jaisa admi. He said, when he does action, it's believable. I don't know if, Shrikant Tiwari does action, is that believable? I said, Manoj, come on, man.
No,
it's so believable.
No, whether you like it or not, Shrikant Tiwari is a boomer now. Yeah, he's a great spy.
He's a boomer.
Yeah.
India's favorite OTT series returns to Amazon Prime Video. The Family Man now in its season 3. From me, Hrishi K, everybody who's watching, listening, please welcome the 2 new entrants, which is Nimrat and Jaideep, and Suman, who is directing the show, and of course, the wonderful D.K, who's not only created it, but continues to direct it. Hello, guys. How are you?
All good.
Very good. Thank you.
It would interest you to know, and I'm sorry I'm beginning with this because I have a fetish. As a child, I saw a lot of Alfred Hitchcock and Subhash Ghai films. So I find it very fascinating when directors make an appearance as an actor, even if it's for a flash. Manoj Bajpayee gave you a 5 out of 10 as an actor.
Really?
Your friend, who you thought was your friend, Raj, gave you a 1 out of 10. How would you like to react to this, DK, as an actor?
Gaddars. That's what I would say.
Your friend says 1, but
Manoj Bajpayee, it's easy to say why he gave me 5 out of
5 out
10
of
because he's jealous.
that he might get replaced by DK in the future.
I mean, he's insecure and he
Jaideep,
looks
you have
at
to watch
me
out.
and he looks at me nodding in this one scene and thinking, oh my God, there is so much weight behind this nodding. When will I ever reach this level?
Vazandar.
Yeah.
How wonderful. I always knew that, you can do this, but there are a lot of people going, wow, I'll tell you why. For the Indian Tate Desi audience, they haven't seen Homeland. Yeah, so there are a lot of Nimrat references of Lunchbox. You in a salwar, and a very middle class kind of appearance. Cut to you in these lovely dresses, your fash totally on point, very slick. Tell me about the styling. You're looking $1,000,000. I've only seen the one episode, but nobody can take their eyes off you. So talk about the fashion and the styling.
$1,000,000.
$1,000,000.
इतना भी नहीं था.
No, but really nice.
Actually, it's actually a really refreshing change and also really fun, as an actor when you get approached for a part that you haven't been before in India. I've done some work abroad where I have previously, been dressed or been made to look like a certain way, but never here and never in a world like this. And especially, I will say that it's not your classic trope of a honey trap or someone, who uses her sexuality to her advantage and gets things done, which I found very, very interesting because she's here to stand out. She makes an effort to do it. And at the same time, she's not someone who uses that to get ahead, at least in the story that we see. We don't want to know and get into where she's from, where she's going, doesn't matter. What you see in the season, in the series is very much somebody, who's extremely well put together. Her silhouettes are as crisp as her decisions. She makes no bones about it. She really is just all business, no nonsense, very ruthless, so cutthroat, and someone who's so different from a woman that I know in the world I grew up in, where everyone's like, everyone first, me last. Everyone's, in my family, all the women are so empathetic and, everyone's always busy, looking after other people, and they're all family women and, all of that good stuff. She's the antithesis of the kind of a girl, a kind of a prototype we are all brought up to be in a way where, good girls don't do this and bad girls don't do that and they do this and that. I think she's one of those who really doesn't care about anything else but her agenda. Her focus is what she needs to get done. It doesn't matter what the cost is. So all of this all together.
This is what I find Family Man so beautiful, Suman, is that even the so-called villains are ideological villains. They're not caricatures. You know, so like she said, it's the ideology. She grew up in a family where there was empathy, sensitivity, and this is all greed, you know. And would you say that's one of the things that keeps the show going? Because the antagonists, whether you saw season 1 and then you saw Sam's character in season 2 and now these two, there is an ideology difference.
Yeah, this time we kind of made it a two-pronged antagonist team, which is Rukma and Meera. Earlier there was only one prominent face.
Correct.
It was Musa in season 1, and season 2 it was Sam's character Raji. For the first time we have like a two-pronged, like there are two faces to evil now.
Do muha saap.
Yeah. So, but having said that, I believe that, let's say, take a serial killer. But even serial killers are also people. They also have certain, I'm not saying what they do is correct, but I'm just saying that they also have needs. They also have emotional, physical, whatnot. So, that you will see that when I don't want to say too much. But you see, when you see Rukma or even Meera, you will see that at the end of the day, you're still a human. At the end of the day, you still make mistakes. You can think whatever you want in your head. I think that the application of human nature to the characters, which we do it religiously, is what makes it.
Yeah, you do it very beautifully.
Yeah.
Jaideep, the Northeast to me is the most fascinating region in India. Even as students, when you study in a Delhi University or a Bombay University, and you see students from the Northeast, भले ही वो गरीब घर से हो, middle class घर से हो, their understanding of international music, playing the guitar, being aware of what's happening around the world. अभी बम्बई में तो अब international concerts शुरू हुए हैं. Otherwise, these guys used to come. They used to come to Shillong. They used to come to the Northeast perform and leave. Whether it's Guns N' Roses or whoever these big acts were. Very, very evolved. But at the same time, there's a tribal background. There are all these tribes. Must be fascinating for you as an actor to place yourself in this milieu of the world Northeast. So your experiences with the Northeast, friends or people that you've known from there.
Very right, भाई एकदम बिल्कुल सही बात बोली. They are so exposed to the world music, especially, and fashion. You feel like, oh, this is amazing, and the natural beauty of their place is so amazing. During Patalok, it was the first time to go to Nagaland, and amazed by the entire landscape. And मुझे नहीं पता था पाइनएप्पल के पहाड़ होते हैं. I have never seen that. So I was like, oh, this is amazing. And you meet the people, the rappers, the musicians, fashion designers, and those like tribal people, and amazing stuff. And the food they have. So it was fascinating, and I've been lucky, been there twice, 2 different characters, 2 different feelings. So I've seen Nagaland twice in a very different mindset.
Beautiful. The perks of being
To add to that, there was a picture that went viral recently of this, I think, Naga guy who is in a traditional outfit, and his, I think his friend, another girl, again in a traditional outfit. He's riding on the bike and he's going. That encapsulates, because like you said, there are tribes.
Tribes, yeah.
16, 17.
So motorcycle diaries meets tribal.
So as world aware as they are, and fashion, like he said, and they love football, all that, but they still don't forget their roots, which is.
And they were proud people. Proud people of their life and the beauty of it. उनकी ट्राइब्स के ऊपर, लैंग्वेज को लेके, उनके पहनावे को लेके, एंड स्टिल वेरी मॉडर्न, अगर हम कह सकें तो वो. एंड became
और
kind
बहुत
of-
जगहों पे matriarchal society है.
Yeah.
Yes.
The head of the family
Yes,
is
yes.
the woman.
Yeah.
It's not the
Matrilineal.
guy.
Yes.
Matrilineal in
Yeah,
Meghalaya.
yeah, in Meghalaya and all.
became friend
Yeah.
with
Wonderful.
co-actors
Absolutely.
जो भी season 2 पातालोक में थे, and they gifted me like very nice things.
How lovely.
Naga tribal ornaments and that bhala and that gupti or जो भी बोलते हैं हम उसको. They gifted me like amazing stuff.
You guys never ever disappoint us. You always throw in some surprises here and there. First episode, I see Jugal Hansraj. I go, wow. Man, memories of Masoom come flooding back. The Child, Shekhar Kapoor's film. And then, of course, you know, Jugal grew up. We missed him as an actor. He was doing a whole bunch of other things. What a master stroke getting him back and him playing this sophisticated, you know, wheeler dealer in London. So whose idea was that? Did you have to test Jugal, or you just called him and said, come and do this? Take me through that casting choice.
Yeah, no, I mean, the credit would go to my team, my direction team. Specifically, I would say Cheshta Goswami. She's the associate director, and she kind of takes pride in casting. Of course, there's a casting director, Mukesh Chabra, and Mukesh Chabra does all her casting, most of her casting at least, and so they keep coming with ideas. But so she coordinates very closely with them and comes up with these weird off ideas. And I think she saw one short film recently with Jugal in it, and she thought he was good in it, because we have not seen Jugal act in many years, right? So we don't know what he's up to, what he looks like, how he's acting. But that one tiny short film he was doing, he looked very good in it. She showed that to me, and I was like, okay, this is good. And as it is, he lives in New York, and he looks half white man. Yeah. It's like, and we're like, so you'd be the perfect NRI British billionaire kind of a character. And so, I mean, we had one Zoom call kind of a thing with him and said, this is the character we have in mind. Only thing is, you'll have to lose your American accent and get a British accent, because you're not in New York anymore, you're in London. And he was like, oh, piece of cake, I'll do it. And so that's it. I mean, we never actually met in person. We just, because he's in New York, we were here. But we just saw that clip, that thing, performance, good. Saw him on Zoom, looks great. And that's it, went on a limb and cast him. And speaking of the accent, even for her, right? We are like, okay, you're in UK and presumably you've been there for a decade or so. So she also had to work on a British accent, and he also had to work on his British. So, and they both did a fantastic job. I mean, if I didn't know, I would think they've been living there all their lives. It's like,
Did you have a wow moment like me with Jugal on the set the first
Yes, I
day?
did. घर
Lovely.
से
निकलते ही कुछ दूर रास्ते में तेरा
घर से निकलते
Yeah,
ही
पापा
लंदन-
कहते हैं
लंदन
actually.
में पहुंच
That was
गया।
पापा कहते हैं. Yeah.
Exactly. And he's such a wonderful person, you know, to be in the presence of. Just the antithesis of, you know, what he's playing. He's just so lovely and so warm and kind. Lovely.
Wonderful. I mean, I saw the episode in which you had a few scenes together. I can't wait to see more.
Yeah.
You know, Jaideep, everybody is looking forward to this because दो अगर ऐसे मंझे हुए खिलाड़ी जो एक्टर मनोज बाजपेयी और आप एक साथ एक सीरीज में हंटर हंटेड कांटे की टक्कर एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट मनोज के साथ सीन्स कितने हैं क्या है it's a very juicy proposition and how have those scenes turned out. It's not a spoiler, you don't have to tell me what scenes, but just give us an overview.
इतनी बार सुन लिया ना अभी, अब मुझे लगता है प्रेशर में आ रहा हूँ। करते वक्त पढ़ते वक्त कभी नहीं सोचा कि यार दो पावर हाउस नहीं, दो एक्टर हैं, become characters and everything. But it was first, it was amazing knowing him as a human being for last, you know, almost 13 years, 14 years now, from Chittagong to here. And the association with him off camera also was amazing. So I don't know, I can't tell you how many scenes we had, but I remember the first scene we came face to face. It was amazing. It was very nice scene. It was very Rukma in a swag that, oh, you are Shrikant Tiwari kind of situation. So I loved it. I loved the energy. I loved how D.K sir was involved in that scene, because he's also like my two faces as now on the set, and everybody's like waiting for the scene. So I love the energy of the entire, and it's a huge scene. Like I mean, and the open sequence. There are so many people around. Jeeps are going. It's like huge sequence. So yeah, loved that energy and.
Manoj just gave you a wonderful compliment. He said, Jaideep Pahad jaisa admi. He said, when he does action, it's believable. I don't know if, Shrikant Tiwari does action, is that believable? I said, Manoj, come on, man.
No,
it's so believable. But
we had a very interesting action sequence.
Yeah.
And DK sir decided, no, we want it in a single shot.
That's how they do their action. You do it in one.
We were just, मतलब एक हालत ऐसी हो गई थी दोनों की 5 मिनट दे दो बैठने दो थोड़ी देर
that came out very well also. And I was also conscious कि अगर ये दोनों physically face off हो रहे तो इनको थोड़ा disadvantage देना पड़ेगा, like you said. So like he's wounded,
burned, and
so then it will be an equal fight. वरना ये थोड़ा पहाड़ जैसा
It's a mountain of a man. Everybody part of the joy of this show, apart from new characters like Nimrat and Jaideep coming in, is the writing. It just keeps getting better. And I notice that as the children are getting older, their reactions with Manoj's character is just fantastic. And it's no spoiler. The trailer says that he reveals it to his elder son. And, there's discussion about binary, non-binary. Discussion about agent 2, travel agent 2. I don't know who's the genius who comes up with these lines, or is it just a writing room where people are bouncing ideas off each other?
It's collaborative.
It's like that. It's a writing room thing.
So it's not as though Sumit Arora is the guy who's doing it, or you come up with something.
It's not necessarily like once in a while here and there. Yes, that is also true. But generally, what happens? We're all sitting and discussing the scene, and if you've seen the show, it's supposed to be a serious scene. So something serious has happened. So now it has to be a serious scene with gravitas, and then we decide that, this is what everybody expects. Let's keep the gravitas of the subject there, but let the scene not be serious. So it turns out to be a light-hearted, almost funny scene, even though the goings on are pretty serious. It's like not just this. There are one couple more revelations about the family that comes out in that scene, and they could be a big deal, but. I think in true nature of Family Man, the show, we tend to make those scenes lighter so that the humor, even if it is just light, it is that much more effective because it's actually a serious undertone for the scene.
Also, to add to that, it's not just about how great the joke is. It's also, like he said, the placement of the fact that you are not expecting a joke in this scene and a joke comes out. Even though the joke is like average, it will still work, way above, purely because of the fact that it's not like every scene will have a joke again. Like I was telling someone that, sense of humor, the ability, it means that if you have it, you are a bit of an asshole. Otherwise, you cannot, normal average jokes cannot be, you have to be a little evil, little wicked, very little.
Also, there's another thing, and Jaideep and Nimrat will testify to this, is that in a recurring series, if you keep the DNA of your central characters the same, people come back saying, this is there, and ye nayi cheezein hai, lekin unka DNA ek hai. I'll give you a classic example. JK's DNA is the same, which is so beautiful. Like, pardon my French, but college mein na, group mein ek लड़का होता था, and there should be a सीधा साधा guy who really didn't know things about sex and next level and this and that, and there was this extreme guy who knew about friends with benefits and this and that. So his innocence is so beautiful that it's funny, especially that scene about a dating app where he doesn't know कि इस dating app पे होनहार लड़के मिलते हैं, इसीलिए लड़कियां इस पे आती है, things like that. So I think you've consciously done that. You've kept JK and Shrikant's DNA the same.
Yes, that is true. But the reality around them is changing. So everything does look different.
DNAs are confused now.
No, whether you like it or not, Shrikant Tiwari is a boomer now. Yeah, he's a great spy.
He's a boomer. My last question is to you, Nimrat. What is the beauty of working in a Raj D.K. Project?
Oh, there are so many so many reasons, you know, and such lovely, just, you know, the aftertaste actually of the project and what you feel and the anticipation of then how is it going to come together. If I may say, the most interesting part of this point in time for me is to watch the show. I cannot wait to see how the story unfolds because I'm not aware of what happens by the end. In true spy culture, I only got my scenes and, you know, like only the bits that I had to know about. So I have no idea about where this is going, what's going to happen. And I cannot wait to watch it. So
Is that what you do all the time? Even with Sam, you gave her only her scenes and not the other things?
हाँ मतलब अरे यार series है 7 episodes 8 episodes. I don't why
stranded over
burden her with the whole.
But knowing her, she would have probably read it if you gave it to her.
yes.
Probably, yeah. I'm making her life easy. Saying,
Yes.
yeah, this
Sorry,
is-
Jaideep,
To
I'll
add
put Karen.
more, what the perks, the world of Raj D.K, great costumes,
Yeah.
great makeup, SUVs, महंगी गाड़ियाँ, लंदन में शूट,
London में shoot.
हमें तो नहीं मिला, ना प्राइवेट जेट्स मिले,
Aye.
हम तो नागालैंड की पहाड़ों में खाक छान रहे थे. So yeah.
Kya baat hai, lovely. 21st of November, The Family Man is back, grander, more glorious than ever before. Season 3. Please go give it a lot of love. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
bhai.
Thank you so much.
94.3 Radio 1.